Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, marks of all ages, welcome to Wrestle Remarks. I'm Chris.
And I'm Pat. It's been a slow week in the squared circle, but we've still got the headlines, wrestling, sports, tech, even a little Hollywood chaos.
Yep, when the ring goes quiet, the world goes nuts. Let's hit the newswire. TKO President Mark Shapiro stirred the pot a little bit, saying WWE could move on from certain premium live events.
Translation, some Vince McMahon era tentpoles might get the boot to make room for the new stuff. Think WrestlePalooza or fresh franchises.
Yeah, and of course SummerSlam, Rumble, Mania, and Survivor Series will all be safe because those are the
flagships.
The flagship pay-per-views, and they're more or less focused on the smaller pay-per-views, the monthly ones like Hell in a Cell or Elimination Chamber, or whatever have you.
Well, if this becomes a thing, what kind of names can we see mark out for change, cut out for nostalgia pain? I mean, we haven't used Hell in a Cells in a while already.
Yeah, that one has been a while. Elimination Chamber was still a thing, though, right?
Elimination Chamber is still a thing. I understand. I agree. I think I agree. If I'm understanding it correctly, I would feel like more marquee matches at just like regular pay-per-views. You know what I'm saying? Like how Elimination Chamber just used to be at Survivor Series. You know, I don't need a whole pay-per-view for two Hell in a Cell matches.
Exactly. That's what I like too.
You know, I wanna see a Hell in a Cell. The last one that
I don't mind the whole WarGames Survivor Series thing.
Yeah,
though,
me neither. That doesn't. I mean,
Survivor Series was already a thing in itself, where it would be 5 against 5,
6 against 6.
Is
right?
it 6 against 6?
Something like that.
Well, I know WarGames itself is 5 against 5. So
yeah,
but you might as well put something there, and then the fact that you use something with that big of a name from the WCW days. I remember watching that on like Uncensored and Super Brawl and all that. So it's cool to see WarGames back in like the main fold, because they had it for NXT for the longest. Yeah. But now it's actually at the forefront of everything, and it's nice to see that name back. Of course, you know, AEW ran their own last night?
Yeah.
With Blood and Guts. So the only thing I don't like about the cage is I missed the top.
Yeah, I guess so. I understand.
I remember it used to be super low, and Kevin Nash would pick up somebody for a power bomb, and their head would damn near hit the cage.
Yeah, his face would be scraping the cage. Yeah. I just guess the cage is for spots now, because I'm saying
everybody dives off
every year.
Yeah, it's because people expect it too, so then they want to make the people happy.
We can move on here in a minute. All I want to see is different people in WarGames matches, because I don't want to see Rhea and Io in another WarGames. And I found it hilarious that the last WarGames she was in, she had a broken nose and she had a face mask. And then again,
I know, it's
bro.
crazy, right? I was thinking the same thing. But moving forward, WWE Shop dropped the 2025 top merch sellers list.
It's John Cena, Rhea, Roman, and get this, AJ Lee cracked the top 10. You know, my boy Cross should be on there, but it's a work.
Other names included were Alexa Bliss, Jacob Fatu, Cody Rhodes, CM Punk, Jey Uso, and Penta.
Big mark out for the women crushing it in the merch.
Definitely. That's a nice thing to see. You don't normally see that many women in the top 10. I remember for the longest back in the day, Nikki used to be the top merch seller all the time.
I don't see why.
I never understood why myself, but let's not get into that.
Segue.
Moving on to, since we're talking about Cody Rhodes being one of the top 10 merch sellers, and then this list too, when you think about it, gives you some insight as to why people are in the position they are. I mean, Cody Rhodes is one of the top baby faces there. Punk is one of the top baby faces there. They both have the title. Roman, he don't even need a title at this point. And then you have Jay, who they've been putting their chips into, and obviously it's working. You know, people
here and there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm talking about like obviously the popularity.
Oh yeah.
Concept of it.
Yeah, I just feel like he's like the Samoan John Cena. Like they love him and hate him. They don't know whether they boo him or like him at this point.
Yeah. I guess you're right. And then he's also gonna be in the WarGames thing, which was the same as last year too. The men's is about the same as well.
Yeah, Punk was in there.
Yeah, I think Roman was in there last time, but I don't know.
I think it's been like the past 3 or 4 years.
I don't know if Roman will be a part of this one this time. Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. I would assume, but who knows?
You say he don't want to see him till Christmas.
Oh yeah, that's right. He did say that. So you would wonder if Jimmy would be a part of it himself.
Maybe.
It seems like there's a little rift there, so we'll have to. But we'll talk about that more.
Yeah.
Once we'll get to that.
Yes.
We're kind of veering off, but Cody Rhodes can finally sleep. He has reached a deal. Well, him and WWE has reached a settlement with American Nightmare branding.
Wesley Isold claim is gone. Cody keeps the name as long as it's tied clearly to his likeness. Smart compromise.
This is a big mark out for creative freedom, and more merch is incoming for fans. The settlement is still under negotiations. They have a set time to come to a complete agreement, so we'll have to wait and see if this settlement does stand or he takes further action. The whole thing stems from the merch sales. Is I guess people were wearing American Nightmare merch to his band's thing, and it was Cody Rhodes merch instead, and it didn't indicate that it was Cody Rhodes' merch. But I mean, if, like I said in the past, if you're a fan of the band, you should know.
Yeah, that's
you should know that his shirts are not on Fanatics
or on WWE's shop.com.
Yeah. So I don't know. Even if it's like in say Hot Topic, because they do have shirts in Hot Topic, it has a WWE logo on the stitching and all that. So it's like on the tag. Everywhere. Yeah.
There's some type of WWE logo on there. People must not, like you said, you must not be a fan of the band.
And then moving forward to some more legal action, we have Sony, who filed a $2 million suit against an eBay seller peddling counterfeit PS5 accessories.
A screenshot of the seller's eBay store was included with a lawsuit which included a PS5 carrying case.
What is this, man? Is Sony becoming the new Nintendo here?
I don't know. Nintendo's pretty radical.
I know, but I get that. Like, Nintendo's worse. I'll give you that. But at the same time, it's like...
So he's buying PS5s and selling them?
No. Carrying cases. He's just making carrying cases for PS5s, and they're like, no, it's counterfeit.
Okay.
That doesn't make any sense. What happened to third-party accessories, dude?
Yeah, I understand.
Remember, like, we had Mad Cats. We had all these Mad Cats carrying cases for the GameCube, for the PS2, all that. Like, they're just trying to... It seems like they're just trying to monopolize their whole ecosystem, kind of like the way that Nintendo works.
No, it makes sense, because there's also, like I told you, Warner Brothers has a game like engine for that Shadow of War game. It's called the Nemesis system, where if you die by whoever kills you, they learn your patterns, they level up, and since they weren't doing those games no more, Warner Brothers just locked that up. So I do see the greed, like let's say a lot of greed in these gaming companies, man. It makes no sense.
Yeah, it's unfortunate for someone like PlayStation that I've been, supporting for most of my life.
And they're doing so well. 84 billion PS5 sold, something like that. Crazy.
And then it's crazy because not even that long ago they were in another lawsuit with D-Brand, the brand that makes skins and stuff for phones and systems and whatnot, because D-Brand came out with their own side plates, the black ones, and then the rounded off plates and everything like that, and they got hit with a lawsuit themselves, with Sony claiming that the pop collar look was their trademark and everything, so then they had to shave it off. And that's why you see all these other plates where they're kind of different compromises in order to get past that infringement. So it's kind of ridiculous in a sense. I know Sony was about to come out with their own plates, and that was the sole reason for them trying to stop them, because they're like, hey, if these guys are making plates and we're making legit ones, we need people to buy ours and not theirs.
Yeah.
But like carrying cases and stuff, like they don't even make stuff like that anymore.
I also feel like too, like the whole, since we're talking about games still, the whole, I would be really mad if they put out another like a PS6. Like already, it's only been 5 years, right?
I mean, it used to be about every 5 years we would get a new system.
Yeah, but I did see something recently that the PS5 is gonna like outlive. We're still gonna be getting PS5 games well into getting PS6 games too. So that's.
I mean, they've always been like that, to be honest. Even with the PS4, they're still getting titles, and it's already 5 years into the PS5 era.
Yeah.
Or even more at that. I really don't know how long it's been. I feel like it's been even longer. But even with that, like the PS3 was still getting games at the tail end of its cycle too.
Yeah.
For a long time, because people were sticking to that one with the free online play, all that stuff, all that good stuff we used to have back in the day.
Yeah, that they took away from us.
Yeah.
You gotta pay now. money.
Yeah, it all comes down to greed, of course.
Yes, sir.
Of course, and it's just unfortunate. I miss the old days of
free DLCs,
multiple things.
They didn't do no add-ons. Everything that you needed and they put in the game was in the game.
When you unlocked stuff, you unlocked it. You didn't have to buy it.
Yeah, exactly.
And then it's just been a whole different change in the gaming industry after the past. Probably about a decade or so, to be honest.
They're kind of like
huge change.
They're kind of like WWE. Oh, they're still gonna
it's
buy
unfortunate
regardless.
too, because you play some classic games and you get into them and you have fun, and then you come back and you start playing like what you consider an oldie but goodie, like a 360 title or a PS3 title, and you can see how gradually they're getting into the monetization of everything, and it just kind of brings you down on that front, and it's kind of unfortunate, but it's not going to stop. People like me still buy it. You know, I still buy all the DLC and everything too. I'm still mad about WWE 2K because I got the Bloodline version with all the DLC. Apparently, I have to buy the freaking Farewell John Cena DLC pack too. It's lame. I bought the most expensive package of the damn game, and I don't get that. Like,
nah.
What the hell?
Because the last time is now, dog. They need that money.
But moving forward to some lawsuits to records being broke. Victor Wembanyama just dropped another alien stat line with 40-plus points, 15 boards, and 0 turnovers in his latest game before yesterday's game. Yesterday, he just got a triple-double. Fortunately, the Spurs didn't win. They lost by like 4, I want to say.
That's crazy. That's nothing, though.
But, I mean, they've been coming back like crazy.
They're looking like the Spurs of old, fam.
I think they're 8-2 now.
That's good.
And it just, the future looks bright. The future looks bright, and I'm excited to see what the San Antonio team can do. I need to make it to a game. I've been looking at tickets. I just don't know when's the best time to go to one, because I want to take the boys too. And a lot of them are, you know, during the weekday, at an odd time or something.
I mean, that'll be all right, man. If you go, you know, I know you'll make the time feel right. But it's a good year, man. Patriots are doing good. Spurs are doing good. You know, I'm pretty happy. But you know, as far as Victor Wembanyama, dude's the Undertaker of the NBA, unstoppable, freakish reach, center of attention. Marking out for a generational talent.
Definitely, man. I'm excited to see where this goes. I saw him on Futurama the other day. I didn't even know that
Chris
he was on the new episodes.
Look, it's Wemby.
I popped so hard for Wemby.
Chris looked like that Leonardo DiCaprio meme when he was on the couch eating chips. He's all, look.
From tearing down some records to tearing down a couple bridges, we'll move on to a former WWE star Nixon Newell. She used to be Tegan Knox. Reportedly walked out of AEW Collision after being told that she had 3 minutes in her tag match with her Miranda Alizé against Tay. So a lot of people have their opinions spitting out on the internet about this, and what is yours?
I didn't even know Tegan Nox was wrestling for AEW.
Yeah, she's had one match. I think this was supposed to be her second. Feel like that's long gone now. I don't think they're gonna want her back. We'll have to wait and see. What happens.
She's saying it wasn't ego. It was about the value and respect. Still, walking mid card is risky. Marking out for standing up, cut out for burning bridges. I mean,
I understand both sides.
Yeah,
I really understand.
You want your time
sides.
to shine, but then at the same time, you gotta do your job.
Yeah, and then you're burning a bridge as opposed to, you only had so much pull with the name you had.
Yeah,
to be honest.
And I feel like a lot of people are like realizing that, like, not to throw dirt on his name, but like Braun Strowman keeps saying like, oh, like I could have been this and I could have been that, and but your value was only as big as you thought it was, bro. Like same thing with Andrade. Like, I see it happening a lot.
There was word about him walking out again of Crash, but it turns out that he was just there for a meet and greet and then walked after the meet and greet. So it just seems like they're just really trying to get at this guy.
Yeah, I just think for this situation, she should have just played her role. I understand, but there was women.
I completely understand, dude. Like 3 minutes.
Yeah, no, dude.
For 4 people.
Yeah, how do you do that?
Yeah.
How do you make?
And then on top of that, your entrances are already going to cost you about 2 minutes itself, maybe.
Yeah, unless they just have everybody walk out.
Yeah.
But I get it, dude. Like, but they also got to think about when the women of old in WWE. In the early 2000s,
all the stuff they put up with to change the game.
Like, bro, they were literally getting, you get 2-3 minutes, or you get cut.
But that's also
half the time they get cut.
That's
not
another
even
gripe I have, though, because I mean, the same people that support AEW are the same people that were part of that. Give the Divas a chance. They were part of. Hey, why the hell do we have 2-3 minute matches on the card?
Yeah,
they were at the forefront of that. They were with us fellow wrestling fans that thought, like, what the hell? You're just scrapping all this for nothing.
Yeah, like, AEW does a lot of weird things. Like, I don't watch it, but I did see highlights. Sean Ross Sapp was posting highlights of Blood and Guts, and I mean, apparently none of their women have championships because Mercedes was handing out championships from other promotions for her teammates to hold.
That spot was stupid as hell.
Like, that just shows that you put attention into one person than your whole entire roster.
And then on top of that too, the one thing that I hate about Blood and Guts is it's not a PLE or a pay-per-view.
Yeah, it's just something that they just do.
Why are you giving away this for free, like on your regular TV program?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know.
But I mean, who knows? There's I would assume there's a method to their madness, but it doesn't seem to be working.
It sounds like some Goldberg and Hulk Hogan in Georgia. Like, that wasn't even a pay-per-view. That was just a regular Nitro.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. I understand her gripe about it, like. Man, I wouldn't want to go 3 minutes either.
Yeah, but at the same time,
I understand theirs. Like, oh, we already had you. You're not even signed. You're just at this point, you're pretty much an enhancement talent because you don't even have a contract.
Yeah.
So honestly, you don't have pull. But at the same time, I get her side, and I'm kind of indifferent on both.
Yeah, I feel the same way
because
it's unfortunate.
Yeah, because like. Really, in the end, after that happened, they got replacements, and that match didn't even last 2 minutes. Not even 2 minutes.
That's even worse.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
It's like, why have all these matches on the card if you don't have time for them?
Yeah.
Allocate your time.
Yeah.
Excuse me. WWE, they had those 2 women's tag matches, and then they also had a couple other women's matches on the card, and that one that we were talking about the other day.
The last Raw was just mainly women's matches.
Yeah, and we were talking about how it's nice to see that they're trying to build up that division.
Yeah.
And on top of that, like, none of those matches were under 5 minutes. Yeah. Except for the speed match, and that's it.
Yeah.
And that's meant to be fast. So it's like...
And let's be real. The women in WWE right now, they're cooking. Like, everything is legit. With the males, it's like even this, we're going to get into it, you know, even with the announcements of WarGames, it still feels like a sizzle, you know?
Yeah, I get you. And as we are talking WarGames, fellow...
WarGames!
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Regal came out for him.
Yeah, freaking Punk's at Regal.
Oh, man. So, fellow WarGames personnel, CM Punk is joining fellow wrestler Roman Reigns. The tribal chief and the best in the world are heading to Hollywood and cast in a major animated film.
CM Punk and Roman Reigns sharing screen time. That's crossover power, getting that Disney money.
Mark out, because I love Zootopia, man. So I'm excited to see what comes out. But cut out for, you know, them being away from the ring for a while. Word is they're going to be 2 zebra cops, buddy cops. So I'm excited to see what they're going to do with all that.
That's hilarious. I think that's cool for Punk. But imagine like the 2 buddy cops being Roman and Jay, and Jay's yeet, 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 yeet. That'd be freaking funny.
I believe Rock is also one of the people on the cast, so that could have also played a factor. I know they were, after Rock was casted, they were talking about getting more wrestlers, and then we got this news.
Oh, well, I'm also excited that they are starting Jumanji 3.
Oh, are they? I didn't hear about that.
They had like a sitting down for the screen, like
and we will talk about some more cinematic stuff here soon too.
Yeah. There's a lot of cool stuff coming out, so that definitely. Yeah,
I'm excited.
On, yeah, and more video game stuff too.
Speaking of excited, I was excited to hear this news. November 13th has officially become Eddie Guerrero Day in El Paso. They finally passed it over there, and. How did you spend your Eddie Guerrero Day?
Man, well, it depends on what it's today, right?
Lie, cheating, and stealing, right?
It's today.
No, that was oh yeah, it is today.
So
that's today. Happy Eddie Guerrero Day.
Happy Eddie Guerrero Day.
Latino heat and all that
today's
stuff.
Today's Friday. It's not Monday, so I don't get to see his son wrestle.
Make sure you honor his legacy by lying and cheating and stealing.
Yep. It's not on your wives or anything like that. But we don't condone that. But I definitely might watch an Eddie Guerrero match. It just depends on which one.
The JBL one?
No. No.
Dude, I can't help but watch that one just because it's such a... I wouldn't call it a train wreck. It was still a good match, but, like...
Yeah.
It's wild how much blood was spewing out of Eddie.
I don't know, man. Well, Latino Heat lives forever.
Wasn't that his last match?
No.
It wasn't?
I don't think so. I think his last match was with Kennedy.
I got to look back and find out. I can't remember.
Yeah, well, definitely, shout out to Eddie Guerrero, and his legacy lives on, and, I just get chills, man, thinking about him. One of the greatest of all time, bro.
Yeah, Latino Heat lives on forever. Let's go on from wrestling to another showdown, a streaming showdown, if you will. YouTube TV versus Disney. Millions of subscribers lost ESPN and ABC over a rights dispute. Excuse me.
10 million homes without Monday Night Football. Wild. Disney bleeding cash. YouTube's giving $20 credits, and fans are stuck watching old highlights.
Reports say it's about carriage pricing with both sides at a stalemate. I would mark out for the corporate brinkmanship, but cut out for fans paying the price. Disney recently raised their carrying fee, but YouTube wants to continue paying the old fee. YouTube is using subscribers pretty much as leverage since they have more than any other TV service.
According to Variety, Disney is losing an estimated $30 million per week or $4.3 million per day from its networks being pulled off YouTube TV based on Morgan Stanley analyzed estimations.
Yeah, so a lot of people, including me, the Spurs game was on the other day, and I'm over here trying to find it, and I'm like, where the hell is my ESPN?
Yeah, because you have YouTube TV, right?
Yeah, so I was kind of upset about it, but at the same time, I do have Disney Plus with Hulu and ESPN, so it's not like I'm really missing out on anything.
Yeah.
So YouTube has also used that as leverage to say, oh, well, there's many other ways to consume your content. So if you don't want to work with us, then whatever, pretty much. And it sucks for a lot of people who don't also have, YouTube TV. Disney Plus with the ESPN and all that.
Yeah,
all
it's
that
unfortunate.
Extra jazz.
I mean, because it's a lot. I really think that I just saw that Disney Plus raised its annually price. It's like almost $200.
Yeah, they've been raising all their prices. They're trying. I feel like they're trying to cut some costs here. If you think about it, streaming takes a lot of time before you see profit in it. Yeah. And I think that's part of their issue there.
It is crazy too, because I mean, like for instance, we were talking about it last week, me and you, off the podcast, about that Fantastic Four movie, and a lot of people said it didn't really go as good. It wasn't as good as they thought it was gonna be. It didn't do well in the box office, but I mean, it's number one on Disney Plus, so I see why.
Because people wait.
Yeah, I did.
People wait until it hits the streaming services.
Yeah, I mean, it's better that way.
But speaking of Disney,
more Disney.
One of their marquee.
They rule everything, bro.
One of their marquee franchises is making a comeback. Pixar just released the Toy Story 5 teaser. Woody and Buzz are finally back.
Don't call it a comeback. Look, wrestling fans love nostalgia too. If Randy Orton isn't voicing a cowboy RKO doll, we riot.
Hell
Mark
yeah.
out for childhood feels.
Y'all better make that happen. Y'all got CM Punk, Roman, and Rock on Zootopia. We need somebody on Toy Story for sure.
Yeah, but I have
you watched it?
I have a confession to make, sir. Yeah, I saw the trailer. I love Toy Story. It was like my childhood movie.
I'm excited to see what they do with it. They had
I have not seen 4.
That had no. It took me a while to see 4 too.
Oh, it's because
it took me a while.
Like, I'm not gonna.
Before it's.
I'm a 30-year-old crybaby, so it's like I have ties to this movie. I don't want to see them leave, but obviously I can just watch the movie because why are Buzz and Woody back together again? So I'll get over it. I'll finish it.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what happens, and the whole premise is the toy era is over.
Yep.
We see the kid gets a lily pad, which is a tablet. Yeah. Because kids are always on their devices these days.
Yeah.
So it's kind of playing off of that. I'm hoping it helps, kind of remedy some of that, because a lot of kids are way too reliant on their devices anymore.
Yeah.
But I mean, I guess it's just what you prefer. If you're raising a kid, my kids don't really mess with tablets. They've had many tablets
that they break,
but they don't. I mean, one of them got broken, the screen, but it still worked.
Yeah.
But no, they just didn't really mess with them like that, and you gotta at least sit there and interact with your children instead of relying on a screen to raise them or even keep them calm, because then they're just gonna want that every time.
Yeah, that's how I feel too, because my son's autistic, and I think that's like his comfort, but I have been doing more things with him, like I'm just trying to get him like off of it. It's frustrating sometimes, and
you gotta remedy it early.
Yeah, definitely. I've been trying to get him to play games. Like I do have he likes Pocoyo, that, so he's showing interest in that, so yeah, both of the kids really. Yeah,
it's sad though when you think about it, how much the toys are gonna get neglected now that the tablet's there. So I'm excited to see what happens.
Hey, it's the truth too, because I have toys from when my son was like 4 or 5 years old that he's never even like touched.
Yeah.
On top of that, he's autistic, so a lot of autistic children don't even like toys, you know. So, yeah.
My kids, they're always playing with their toys, but that's also because I regulate pretty much everything.
Yeah.
Even when it comes to YouTube, they have to ask me to watch YouTube.
Yeah.
And I'll tell them, yes, it's okay for you to watch YouTube for so long.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I monitor their time on everything, to be honest. I try to make sure that they still go outside, that they still play, that they still shoot hoops and do other things rather than rely on a screen.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But I'm excited to see what happens in Toy Story 5. We have some other movie returning that we'll talk about after we talk about Turning Point, because we haven't talked about very much TNA stuff in a while. So big news out of TNA Turning Point 2025, which is going down at Full Sail University tomorrow. Now the main event will be Mike Santana and Steve Macklin versus Nick Nemeth and Frankie Kazarian, and of course that's a match filled with nothing but workhorses. Yeah. So we're gonna see a good match here. TNA is back in Full Sail, so that place always brings the energy. I'm excited to see what they do there. I believe TNA is just coming off of their hiatus, because they always take a hiatus after Bound for Glory. So today is going to be their first episode in like a week or two. So I'm excited to see how they play into that, what they're going to do with the TNA talent now that they've kind of came off of the whole NXT thing, and now mainly TNA talent have the titles aside from Kalani Jordan. Or, yeah, she does still have the title. Also, in other news, we have Chavo Guerrero. He re-signed with WWE, and he's back to work with that Triple A partnership.
Perfect fit for Lucha expansion. Strategy. Triple H keeps teasing Mark out for keeping heritage alive. Definitely. I mean, he's a Guerrero. Like, that's all that needs to be said.
There was already speculation after he was shown in multiple AAA shows.
Yeah, with the flags, but they didn't even say nothing about my boy. But it's okay. It's okay.
And now, of course, we got word finally. Also, some former WWE talents. This is going to be in MLW this time. Scarlett Bordeaux will be taking on Isla Dawn in the Charleston debut show.
Two charismatic monsters, one ring that's gonna be gold, mark out all day.
I'm excited to see what these two are gonna do with MLW. Scarlett obviously returning to MLW after being gone for a while, and Isla Dawn, I don't think she worked at MLW before she went there, but MLW didn't really have a women's division for some time there. I remember you used to watch it with me every now and then, and it was mainly just the men on MLW.
Yeah, that's where my favorite Samoan wrestler came from, Yara Ramin. I want an update on him. That's what I've been waiting for, but there's still no update on Jacob Fatu.
You don't think the update's going to come for WarGames, you think?
They said 2026, bro.
Oh, yeah, they did say 2026.
Yeah.
That's right. Now, moving on to another movie trailer that we just spotted. Nintendo's new Mario Galaxy movie trailer dropped, and fans are spotting hidden details everywhere.
We saw a Toad in a Yoshi mask and Bowser holding a fire flower latte. A cinema mark out for Nerd Joy, definitely. I mean, dude.
It's filled with nothing but Easter eggs. You know, of course, we're still waiting to see what happens with Yoshi.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, they're bringing in Rosalina.
Yeah.
Bowser Jr.
Yeah, me and Chris talking about this before the podcast. I was saying like how like they skipped so many games, but at the same time, too, the first movie included so many things from just the Mario franchise in general. So we're bound to get a billion Easter eggs at this point.
Yeah, they just
they know what they're doing.
On those games.
They know what they're
movies.
doing.
And I've always enjoyed Illumination because I love the Despicable Me series. So I'm excited that they're still at the forefront making these movies. And Galaxy, of course, is probably one of the best Mario games out there. So a lot of people are excited for it. I'm excited for it. My kids are excited for it. So I can't wait to see what happens here. Bowser is obviously still small from when he ate that mushroom, or when they gave him that mushroom. And he's stuck in a castle that Mario and Luigi watch. But of course, Bowser Jr. is coming to save the day and take his papa out of there.
Yeah, because Bowser's not a deadbeat dad like Rey Mysterio.
But all right, that does wrap up our stacked newswire. It's a slow week in the ring, sure, but outside it's total chaos.
And that's rolled right into Friday night. Let's head into Greenville for SmackDown.
SmackDown came out hot in Greenville, and we're seeing clear signs of the road to WarGames being paved.
Right out the gate, we had the U.S. title open challenge. Ilya Dragunov defended against small Johnny Gargano. Gargano got off some gorgeous offense, even the tornado DDT onto the floor, but Dragunov powered back with the H-bomb to retain.
Backstage, we saw tensions building. Gargano was left frustrated, and Tommaso Ciampa didn't seem too pleased for being skipped for the open challenge, and that tag sibling rivalry seems to be simmering at this point.
Yeah, we talked about Tommaso Ciampa last episode. I want to see him whoop Johnny Gargano's butt,
and it looks like that we might get it. It looks like we might get it.
Yep. Then Chelsea Green defeated Julia to capture the women's title. I saw a lot
double champ.
Yeah, I saw a lot of people like, oh, they buried Julia. They did not bury Julia. She didn't do nothing with that title.
She was not ever really featured.
Yeah. So
either. So I don't know if you can really gauge off of that. But at the same time, I didn't care for Julia getting the title. I still don't care for Stephanie Becker having the title either.
I don't blame you.
But we'll get into that some more.
Oh, yeah.
And then we had Nia Jax pick up the win over Charlotte Flair. Lash Legend shows up during the match, and Ragdoll's Bliss distracting Flair, giving Nia the win. It was a wild night.
Main event, Cody Rhodes stepped up to face Aleister Black with Zelina Vega at his side. The match ended in a no contest after Drew McIntyre slammed the ref with a Claymore kick. Chaos erupted, and the GM Nick Aldis came out and announced McIntyre's suspension. I need him to take off that tie and that jacket.
WarGames.
And I need my boy Nick Aldis just to whoop everybody.
What this means is Cody's got new threats. Aleister's credibility just skyrocketed. McIntyre's out, but that's just for now. The War Machine is still revving for Survivor Series WarGames, which I would assume would be where McIntyre comes back.
Yeah.
To go after Cody.
True. Takeaway. Title shifts. Chaos reigned. And SmackDown made it clear nothing is safe and war is on the horizon. I can definitely... That makes a lot of sense. Why wouldn't he be a part of
WarGames?
Yeah. So how many... who was it again?
It's Cody, Punk, and Jay so far.
Okay, and then on the other side, who is
the Vision? So Logan Paul, Braun, and
Braun. And then what's it called? Drew, because that's definitely gonna happen now.
I would assume it's
most likely gonna happen. So they just need 2 other people, and then the other.
Is this the first time both champions are tagging in WarGames?
I don't know.
Because I don't think we've seen. Well, not in WWE at least. I don't think we've seen that.
I don't think so. I don't know. I really don't. It was really good. It was really good. We got some title changes. Tournament starts. Plus CM Punk and Rhea Ripley dropping major WarGames bombs. Buckle up.
Yeah, we opened with Triple H, of course, on Raw, introducing the hometown hero John Cena at the TD Garden, and the Boston crowd just went berserk. Cena was interrupted by Dirty Dominic Mysterio, and an impromptu Intercontinental title match was kicking things off.
And then boom, Cena defeated Mysterio to win the IC Championship, making history in his home state, officially becoming a Grand Slam champion. The oldest Grand Slam champion at 48 years old. Or is he 48? Yeah, Cena's 48. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, it is wild to see that the 2 older dudes are the ones who hold those records. Because Randy's the youngest Grand Slam champion.
Yeah, and still the youngest World Heavyweight champion. That's wild. But,
of course, the story came later. Or the storyline gold came later First round, we had the Last Time Is Now tournament kicking off with Rusev defeating Damian Priest to advance.
Then the war drum began. CM Punk came out furious after last week's attack, called out Logan Paul in the Screw the Vision. Punk got some support from Cody and Jade in a brawl. Afterwards, Punk Rhodes met with
former GM
William Regal of NXT, who officially declared WarGames match for Survivor Series WarGames.
And on the women's side, tag titles changed hands. The Kabuki Warriors defeated the Twisted Queens of Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair thanks to an assist from Lash and Nia. Then chaos erupted. Rhea Ripley returned wearing a face mask, a Cody Rhodes face mask.
And what did she say?
War Games. She cleared the ring, grabbed the mic, declared war against the women, and the women's war game match is set.
Mm-hmm. That was their name, their tag team name, Twisted Queens.
Yeah, they started saying that just recently.
Okay. Bye. Major takeaway: WarGames is locked in for both men and women. Punk and Rhodes are building something massive. Ripley's return and the tag title chaos sets up the women's side with just as much fire.
And with Cena's win, the tournament start, and teams forming, Raw has shifted the trajectory into full-on war mode. Mark out for storytelling gold. Cut out if you missed the cues.
I'm kind of happy, man. It looks like I'm still gonna be, what's the word I'm looking for, optimistic, and maybe I get to see some wrestlers who, like how he said, some people don't even work here. I'm still hoping some way, somehow Edge, is in the fold, but I can only dream that. But
and we'll talk about that more as we get into our preview of both of the shows, because we have 2 mystery opponents coming up in the Last Time Is Now
tonight or tomorrow, and then on Monday. But I can see the person who won the first match winning, and like Chris says, he owes him a receipt. He's always griping that, and I agree, it's a good gripe, that Rusev should have beat Cena at WrestleMania.
Yeah, it should have happened, but I don't know, man, because we also got the returning Gunther, which we'll get to.
Ooh,
so
I forgot about that.
So he might get his IC title back. We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah. That's your Raw recap. Titles, tournaments, and WarGames all locked in.
But the action didn't stop there. Tuesday kept the train rolling in Orlando as we roll on into NXT territory. Big stakes, big matches, and we saw some serious business go down.
Absolutely. Let's dive in. The headline stuff first. The main event. The NXT Championship and the last man standing match between Ricky Saints. I'm gonna say Saints, not Stanks,
because put some respect on.
I'll put a little bit. You're still stanky, but it's all good.
Still stanky.
The champ, but the boy, my boy. Let's talk about it.
Trick Willie.
It's tricky. Trick Williams, the challenger. This is a great match.
Yeah, this one got brutal. Saints defended successfully, standing tall after a wildly physical encounter. Trick brought the weapons, the trash cans. Close counts, but Saints just kept getting up and ended up getting the win.
Post-match was huge. Surprise return of Oba Femi, the former champion, lighting up the arena. That set a whole new chapter in the title picture, and that visual was on point. Definitely, I text Chris, I was like, bro, I got chills.
Yeah, it was great the way they had him show up, and that just stature.
You still standing in my shadow, boy, even though you got that title around your waist.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
It was beautiful. It had all kinds of.
I do. Trick is going to the main roster.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's it. He's done too much.
I'm thinking he's going to SmackDown, given that Lash is there with Nia.
Yeah, because that's his lady. But also, I hear a lot of people saying that that Triple H isn't pushing Carmelo Hayes, but I just feel like if Trick goes,
they're going to reunite them for sure.
They have
for
to.
sure. I don't see that not happening.
And then what are they even? Oh, you know what? I can't even say. Well, they're not doing nothing with the tag team championships because the Wyatt Six have been on AAA.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so
they're trying to build that story right now, and I would assume that they would eventually get those titles. It kind of seems like
we don't even have to talk about this next match. I'm disappointed.
Earlier in the night, though, the men's speed championship changed hands. Jasper Troy defeated El Grande Americano to become the new champ. It was fast-paced, high impact, and a surprise win.
I blame the ref for not minding his own business.
You didn't have to stop him from putting that plate
for real. You could have been looking anywhere else but where he was doing.
Let the man load his mask.
Yes, sir. And we also got a solid mid-card action. Tavion Heights beat Josh Briggs, who I cannot stand Josh Briggs. And Thea Hell, say her name and she appears, defeated Alba Fire under the surface, making waves. Definitely. I like Thea, dude.
The Tavion Heights and Josh Briggs match was pretty damn good.
I like I like
Tavion.
I do like Tavion. I don't like Josh Briggs. I'm just gonna be honest with you.
I like him to an extent.
Yeah.
I feel like he needs a little more character work, but he's almost there.
Yeah, I feel that way too. He's not there yet. He doesn't have nothing that he's a good heel, I guess, but he's not like a great heel. He could be better.
Now, let's not skip the women's division chatter, though. We had champion Tatum Paxley appeared with the rest of her crew, threw down some words with JC Jane, and the tensions were building towards Gold Rush as she gives Jane a rematch. And Izzy Dame didn't look too happy about that. Still.
Yeah, she told her after Gold Rush and I got you, pretty much. Mm-hmm. That's right. So the show wasn't just about the big matches. It was about building toward the next big special, NXT Gold Rush 2025 champions, surprise returns, momentum shifts were in story mode, definitely.
So the major takeaways, we got Ricky Saints still champ, Oba Femi is back with a vengeance, Jasper Troy's the new speed champ. I didn't like that, El Grande Americano lost it, but if you're gonna try and rocket strap this guy, you might as well make him look dominant, and he did look dominant.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see what they do with him. He doesn't really have any sort of actual character going on right now, so hopefully that develops as the months go on. NXT just set its next agenda as the picture continues to heat up.
Mark out for the return, title change, and momentum flip. Cut out if you think this was a filler. It wasn't. It was a launch pad.
Coming up next, we'll preview NXT's Gold Rush special week, pick who walks out with the gold, and where the brands go from here. Don't go away.
Speaking of specials, the Blue brand back up first with this week's tournament heating up.
We got, 6 weeks until WarGames Survivor Series 2025, and the pieces are being placed for the cages to lock as we head into SmackDown tomorrow night.
That's right. Tomorrow's card is a part of the build. Let's run through these big things you'll want to watch.
So first up on our SmackDown preview, we got the first round of the Last Time Is Now tournament continuing. Tomorrow's slate, we'll have The Miz versus Jey Uso, which I'm hoping The Miz goes over in this one. I'm sorry.
You need to put more respect on
Mike The Miz Mizanin.
2-time Grand Slam champion. You know what I'm saying? Unlike Cena.
And what would he say? With the most gorgeous wife or something like that?
Yes. He ain't lying.
Also, we'll have LA Knight versus a mystery opponent by Nick Aldis, who raffled it last week.
Yes.
And didn't want to say who it was. Honestly, I'm expecting a TNA talent.
Yeah.
Aldis, former TNA talent.
Ooh.
LA Knight,
Hendry.
LA Knight, former TNA talent. Joe Hendry, I don't know if he's still with TNA or if he's with WWE. I'm still confused on that one. So
at this point, doesn't matter.
It's for real. It seemed like Bound for Glory was supposed to be his last match. I remember them saying, "Oh, now he's going on to NXT. It's new things and all this other stuff." But then he came back and had another match because they tried to act like that was gonna be his last match.
I would feel good if it would be awesome if it was an if LA Knight's opponent was a TNA talent that he used to mix it up in the ring with.
Yeah, I'm excited to see
and
what
his
happens.
face is all, no, yeah.
Bruh, Moose.
Oh, dang. Moose. Oh, yeah. That'd be great. Or Mid-Card Donor.
That's who I think it's going to be, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because he's got former Pool in the company and whatnot. So we'll have to wait and see.
Edge.
Still waiting for that one.
Yeah, still. Kevin Federline. No,
because his rematch. Oh man.
Expect fireworks. The Miz is hoping for redemption. Jey Uso wants the moment, and LA Knight's going full megastar mode. Yeah, the mystery opponent might shake things up big time.
I'm excited to see what happens, man. I can't wait to see who the mystery opponent will be. Also on the card, newly crowned women's champion Jade Cargill makes her debut as champ on SmackDown in a non-title match against B-Fab.
Jade's been dominant, but B-Fab isn't coming to be a stepping stone. If Jade can survive this and keep that gold aura intact, it sends a message, especially with the WarGames tag teams forming. Ooh, so that maybe they get Jade on the team.
Possibly. I don't think she's been part of it. Has she been part of it yet?
No. No, she has not. And maybe B-Fab and Mi Chin will be on
the other team. Yeah, we can see it. B-Fab, she seems to be having a little more camera time recently, and I'm excited to see where she goes with it. I'm excited to see. She's always been a pretty good talent, and she just didn't have the time. I mean, they had the Hit Row thing that fell off right away.
Yeah, as soon as they got rid of Swerve.
Yeah, because they got rid of Swerve. Speaking of which, I still want his AI shoes. But I'm excited to see what they do with B-Fab. Obviously, she's probably going to lose to Jade because that's the best way to do it. I don't see any other way to do it.
Well, in the words of the greatest black women's champion of all time, these heifers are lucky that she's playing with stickers and not up there handing out cans of whoop ass, you know. Shout out to Naomi.
I love Naomi.
I miss
man.
Naomi.
Yeah, it's a tragedy what they did to her in the fucking top. Oh,
dang,
here
Chris.
I'm going off in that top 500 or whatever.
Yeah, y'all don't mess with Naomi. Y'all got Chris cussing on the podcast now, man.
She was like number 5 or something. What the hell?
There was people who weren't even on the top 10 who needed to be.
Yeah,
crazy work.
I mean, they stuck with Sasha or Mercedes Moné as the top one just because she has all those titles. Even though in reality,
that don't mean none.
Is she a draw? Really? Is she a draw?
No.
Aside from going to indie shows and being a draw there.
Yeah.
She's not a draw in her own company.
I don't think anybody's a draw in that company.
I wouldn't go that far.
I'm standing on that. I'm sorry. I can't.
Also, everything that we saw or we see tomorrow night feeds into the WarGames picture, whether it's tournament winners or who could join the team rosters. Jade's ascent signaling her dominance on the women's side, or mystery opponents showing up to change alliances possibly. The cage is still being built. We'll have to wait and see what happens.
Right, and don't sleep on backstage angles or surprises appearances. The tickets are sold, the arena's set, and SmackDown has to ramp up the momentum.
And as the blue brand loads up for Albany, the red brand heads to the world famous Madison Square Garden for one of the biggest Raws in recent years. This Monday, November 17th, Raw hits Madison Square Garden and is being billed as the final Raw appearance of John Cena before he officially steps away from the ring.
Sad. And it's not just a farewell stroll. We've got serious business on the card. First up, the Last Time Is Now tournament continues. On this show, Solo Sikoa versus a mystery opponent. And Gunther returns to face Javon Evans. Wow. Poor Javon Evans.
You know he's going to get ragdolled.
Yeah, the winner.
I'm excited to see it.
Yeah, it's going to be great. When the winner keeps moving towards facing Cena in his final WWE match.
I'm sure Javon's going to get some of his freak offense in. You know how that kid is. But I'm excited to see him ragdoll because I know he can sell his ass off, and I know Gunther's just going to give it to him.
He goes for the cutter and he swats him out the sky like a fly.
Oh man, that'll be great.
Yep.
That would be great. We also have a women's Intercontinental title match. Becky Lynch will defend against Maxine Dupree once again, as she got booked this week.
Dang, are we gonna see AJ Lee light it up?
I don't know. I was reading something. Well, take it with a grain of salt. I was reading something that originally her and Becky were supposed to be the leaders, but that also came from good old Dave Meltzer. So
I thought you were gonna say, I'm not gonna say his name. Never mind. And don't overlook the emotional charge. Cena's going out in the world's most famous arena, and this card is stacked for memories. Expect a mix of farewell, tournament tension, and real competitive heat.
If you only tune in to one Raw before the cages lock at Survivor Series WarGames 2025, this should be it. Grab your popcorn, pop in your trademark CD, and let's ride this wave, this last Raw wave with the gum.
I'm a bad man.
I'm a bad man.
I love that album.
With the mic in my hands, I'm a bad man. I'm a bad man.
That video I sent you.
That music video was great. I don't care what anybody says. I'll still watch that damn music video to this day.
No, that video I sent you with Cena rapping. The Day of Reckoning.
I remember that commercial.
Well, I saw somebody in the freaking comments that are like, "I'll take John over M any day." Bro, you tripping?
That's great. I was watching. I don't know if you saw they released like this whole thing of on the Vault, the WWE Vault's YouTube page.
Yeah.
And it was Cena, so it was like everybody talking about Cena. There was this little girl that they talked to and interviewed, and she's like, his music is like the greatest. It's revolutionary.
That's hilarious.
I was like, oh my god, dude.
Hey, Cena got bars though. I can't take that away from him. Tune into Monday night because Raw from MSG isn't just a show. It might be a moment, and when the garden goes dark Monday night, the spotlight shifts right down the hall. Down the hall for NXT Gold Rush. Night one. They're doing 2 nights.
Yeah, they're doing 2 nights.
Oh, okay.
This Tuesday, November 18th, NXT goes big in New York City from the theater at Madison Square Garden for Gold Rush Night 1. 4 title matches, crossover gold, and storylines are ready to explode.
Right out the gate, main event for NXT Women's Championship. Tatum Paxley defends against former champ JC Jane. Paxley offers the rematch. Jane wants her title back. Fireworks locked.
Who do you think will go home with the title on that one?
Not JC.
I could see JC.
Paxley. I could
see JC taking it, man. Honestly, I don't know if she could trust Izzy Dane. It might be a little bit longer before they do that turn, though. So
yeah,
I don't know. I say, I guess what you said. We'll leave it with Paxley, right? Because then we need more tension between her and Izzy for the eventual turn.
Yeah.
Next up, the NXT Women's North American title is being defended by Blake Monroe against Sol Ruka, who's been medically cleared and wants her title back. She didn't really lose it. Of course, we talked about that. Zarya is the one who lost the match against Blake Monroe. Blake Monroe had her 2 Faces of Monroe moment on NXT as she interviewed herself in a Mick Foley-esque interview.
It's hilarious.
So I was excited to see, just the layers being built to her character.
I see Blake winning this one.
Yeah, I definitely see Blake continuing to be champ. You just gave her the title. There's no sense in giving it back to Sol Ruca. And I feel like Sol needs to make her way to the main roster.
Yeah, and she kind of blew up really quick.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah. And the tag division in Next Gear, of course, tag team champs Dark State, Osiris Griffin and Dion Lennox defend against Javon Evans and Leon Slater. They've been gunning for these titles. This is pay-per-view level TV. You already know who I want to win because I don't care for
the young OGs.
Yeah, I don't care for Shield 2.0.
You saw Ava said something about that,
you
right?
mentioned that last episode.
That was great. I'm excited to see what happens here. Javon Evans and Leon Slater are a sight to see, especially when they're tagging together.
Yeah.
And going against each other. But I'm excited to see where they're going with this whole thing. Is this going to be the first NXT TNA tag team with the title?
I think so. It makes sense to me, dude. I would love to see that. And maybe they'll build up a match where...
But I don't know, man, because he's going up against Gunther.
We'll see.
He's probably going to come in all taped up, and...
It's okay.
We'll have to wait and see.
It's all right.
But like you said, yeah, I would love to see the young OGs take it. But I really think they're going to keep it with Dark State. From the men's tag to the women's matches to a mix as we get into the Triple A Mixed Tag Team Championship match where Chelsea Green and Ethan Page defend their titles against Joe Hendry and Thea Hale.
Bottom line, title's going to move, alliance is going to shift, and Gold Rush isn't just another Tuesday. It's a statement night. If you're following NXT's path, this is your stop before the big leap.
Do you think they're going to take a big leap on Joe Hendry and Thea Hale?
No. I think that Ethan Page and Chelsea Green are going to win this match.
There's no other way to book it, at least in my eyes.
Yeah. Dude, NXT is way better right now than SmackDown and Raw. I gotta give them that. They got so many great talents that need to just go to the main roster and get used correctly,
Yeah.
Clearly
they have been, and remember the days of old when NXT talent would come up and just get buried the whole time.
Yeah, everybody except for Sammy and Kevin. But even Sammy, as long as Sammy's been there, Sammy's had more accolades in the past couple years than he's had before.
Yeah, and it's understandable though. When I look back at it, you think about it, they're doing this to be like, are you gonna stay faithful to the company? Yeah. Will you do what we tell you to do? And then they give you your comeuppance.
Yeah. You gotta start somewhere, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's why a lot of people give Triple H a lot of flack, and they talk a lot of crap about the way he runs the show. But man, he knows what it's like to be at the bottom of the card and rise back up.
I know. I see.
Out of anybody who's ever been in that company,
there's a lot of Triple H hate on the internet.
It's annoying.
Triple K. You seen that, right? They call him Triple K just because I guess there's white champions, so.
Stupid.
Even
what white champion?
The worst part about it is when they were saying that Rollins was champ and he's Filipino.
Yeah.
At that time, Sol Ruca was champ. She's half black. Also, who else was champ at that time? Well, Kalani Jordan's been champ multiple times. And
Naomi just had the biggest cash-in of all time.
Yeah.
Wrestling fans and all these journalists really just need to figure out how to speak. Stop putting your own personal opinions and how you feel, because you don't see representation, and half the people talking about it ain't even black or Mexican.
Mm-hmm.
That's the redundant part about it.
Well, that was NXT's Gold Rush night 1. Of course, we'll see night 2 the week after on November 25th, and that one also has only about 4 title matches so far, but I would assume card subject to change. They're going to have Kalani Jordan defending her title against Jordan Grace and Liang Li, like we talked about. Then we have the Speed Women's Championship Tournament Finals, where Fallon Henley will take on Zarya for the vacant Speed Women's Championship. The Evolve Men's Championship is going to be defended by Jackson Drake, defending against Sean Legacy. And we'll also have the Women's Evolve Championship being featured as Kendall Gray defends against Fatal Attraction's Laney Reed.
Ooh.
So don't miss Tuesday night on CW and Netflix internationally. And that is where we leave it. Oh, except I did forget once again. I told you not to let me forget.
I forgot too. I was gonna let him.
I mean, I don't want to forget because it involves Raquel.
Exactly.
So Raquel Rodriguez had a match on Raw.
Yes, this is
against Stephanie Veker, the reigning women's world champion. Undisputed.
Chilean champion.
Yeah, so that happened after the match. There was a brawl. Nikki Bella came out to save the day and didn't necessarily save the day. We saw her make her final heel turn as she's gunning for the title against Stephanie McKay. But, you know, I'd much rather.
And as you can see why it was left out of the show so
I would have much rather had a Raquel win that title.
Yeah, me too. I want Raquel to win the
I
title.
really wanted her to win.
I want Raquel to win the title.
I really wanted that.
She's ready.
Because I was like,
I see it. She's
then
ready.
Liv could come back and Raquel will be in charge of everything.
Yeah.
And I feel like she's going to have that big mommy cool status once she gets that title. And she sits there and, you know, just imposes her will. So
with her little Chiquita as her minion.
both of them. That would be great, dude, having both of them as her minion.
Nah, I would rather not have Liv in the mix. Just her and Liv beef.
Yeah, true. It could happen because then they could be like, oh, you're no longer welcome here.
Yeah.
But
you can't come to clubhouse.
Like I said, that's where we'll leave it. Every brand is firing on all cylinders. Every story feeding into WarGames season.
From SmackDown's chaos to Ripley's return and Cena's farewell run, the whole industry's buzzing.
Next week, we'll break down the WarGames teams, Gold Rush Fallout, and the road to Survivor Series. Hit subscribe, drop 5 stars, and tell a fellow Mark.
For Wrestle Remarks, I'm Pat.
And I'm Chris, reminding you to stay loud, stay proud, keep it raw, and
stay remarkable.
This
was your Wrestle Remarks.
Thank you.